Let's go. I'm showing you. I will make this explain everything on my iPad. But remember that you have explain everything on Android apps or via online on your computer, because explain everything we can use it in wherever you want. No, I show you my iPad now, and we go make an example with the water cycle. The next step is to make a new project that I show you. We have in explain everything some templates, but today with this example, I'm going to show you with a blank canvas. Okay, it's so easy to use explain everything, because we have some tools on the left, as you can see, and then we have the recording options on down the screen. I show you the tools that we have. In this part, we can insert pictures, files, some clip art that I say to you. They have a lot of pictures and images that can help to or explaining. For example, I love it this for the planets, for my geography videos. Then we have a hand. This hand is to move the things in our slide. Then we have a pencil with different colors that we can change and decide on other colors, or choose a color that we like it. Then we have another colors and for erase the things if we make some mistakes. We can give colors in the things that we insert in our slides, and some figures like arrow, a circle, a different point. We can introduce to some text right like the computer, and then we can select things in our slides. And if we want that disappear something in our slide, we check this X to close the things that we choose in the slides. I show you then. And the thing that I love it for my explanation is the laser point that I can choose. If you check, we have different laser points, are some so different. And then we have some information of the things that we chose. Then on the back of the explain everything slides, we have on the right corner the part that we can put some different slides. We can give, for example, 3 slides for this example. We can choose a color for the slides, but today I put a blank slide. And before to record the example, I put a image. I have some files downloaded that for this example about the water cycle. And for example, I choose this for the first part, and then I introduce a text to write down the water cycle. Give me a second. I choose different text. And I select bigger than this letter. Well, and I can make some, I can move my title here, or for example, put here this and center and put bigger. Okay, let's go with this introduction. I have the title, and it's simple to record. I start with recording an introduction for my video. I have to put the record button. Hi, I'm Rosa Liarte, and I go to explain the water cycle. If you see, we have a timeline here. Then we can improve with simple things. I put here my finger, and I start a selection, and I will make to disappear this part that I start without saying anything. I delete and compact, and you can see we have the recording. Hi, I'm Rosa Liarte, and I go to explain the water cycle. Okay, I'm continuing with the recording. I started. The world's water moves between lakes, rivers, oceans, the atmosphere, and the land in an ongoing cycle called the water cycle. As it goes through this continuous system, it can be a liquid, water, a gas, vapor, or a solid, ice. Okay, we have recorded this part, and I can put together more this part that it doesn't sound anything. I start with a selection and put everything together. As you can see, we have the recording. Hi, I'm Rosa Liarte, and I go to explain the water cycle. The world's water moves between lakes, rivers, oceans, the atmosphere, and the land in an ongoing cycle called the water cycle. As it goes through this continuous system, it can be a liquid, water, a gas, vapor, or a solid, ice. Okay, if we continue, we have another second slide that we can put different things. I should choose some different pictures for this moment. In this part, I think that we can explain the first part of the water cycle, this evaporation. And I move, as you can see, with the hand that I selected here, and I can put my picture wherever I want. I selected another one, and I prepare all my slides with the information that I want to show in this video. For example, I want to explain this part. Another one. And I introduce all the existing files here inside of my slides. Excuse me, here, this one here for evaporation, this for condensation, the second part. Well, let's go with more. I think that I can move this one here, another one here. I think this one. And this one. Okay. I select, if I'm talking about water, I think that we have to paint with blue pencil. I will choose a blue color on my pencil. And then we start to record the first part. The first part is evaporation. And in this case, I start to explain and recording. The first part of the water cycle is evaporation. In this case, energy from the sun heats up in the surface of the earth, causing the temperature of the water in all rivers, lakes, and oceans to rise. When this happens, some of the water evaporates, in this case, into the air, turning into a gas called vapor. Plants and trees also lose water to the atmosphere through their leaves. This process is called transpiration. As you can see, we have here the recording, and I can edit all the recording. For example, I think a little mistake on the last part. I will hear again. This process is called. Okay, I will start again this part. I start a selection, delete, and I record again. This process is known as transpiration. This process is known transpiration. I think I recorded 2 times. This process is known as transpiration. This process is known. Okay, it's a perfect thing because I can select and start a selection or delete this part. and I can put this together. As you can see, to make a video with explain everything is so easy. I can continue, and the best thing of explain everything is that you can edit the video that you're recording inside of the application. I continue with this other part. The next one, in this case, is condensation. I will write down before to recording, for example. And I start to record this part. A water vapor rises up high into the sky. It cools and turns back into a liquid form, forming clouds. This process is called condensation. Currents high up in the air moving these clouds are around the globe. As you can see, inside of this part, it's appear my right and on the video. Has transpiration. A water vapor rises up high into the sky. It cools and turns back into a liquid. Okay, and I can record the static selection here and delete this part that we have a silent, and you can see that we put this more near one thing and the other thing. As you can see, I'm selecting the laser point to explain the things I'm recording between I'm explaining and I'm talking. It's not easy, but when you record a lot, you can make these things, but you can record the things the times that you need, because you can edit all the times that you want. The last part is precipitation. Let's go. The next part is precipitation. When too much water has condensed, the water droplets into the clouds become too big and heavy for the air to hold them, and so they fall back down to earth as rain, snow, hail, or sleet, a process known precipitation. And again, we can edit or not. I think that is fine. And the last part, collection. I write down here to not lose time. And this part, the fallen precipitation is then collected in bodies of water, such as rivers, lakes, and oceans, from where it will eventually evaporate back into the air, beginning to the cycle all over again. This is collected. Okay, and we have this last part. The last slides, I put a new picture that resume all the things that I explained. And I can move, put more bigger or not, but we can make a resume in this part of the video that I will record. Well, this is the water cycle. In this part, we can see that on the first part, we call evaporation. In the second part, we have the condensation. Then we have the precipitation. And the last part is collection. Well, we have our video. As you can see, we have the slides 1 with 20 seconds, the slides 2 with more than 1 minute recording, and the last slide that I just recording. And it's easy because when I have my video, all the slides will be one video that is export to my camera roll. I can choose a video. And I can say to go to YouTube or Google Drive, or for example, to Photos. I'm preparing the project. And in my case, I upload my videos on my YouTube channel, is Lecciones de Historia. And when it finishes, we can see our video. as you can see, 1 minute for exporting to prepare the project. And we have the video on Save It Photos. We have the project here too. And then I go to my photos and I have here the video. Well, here. Water cycle. As it goes through this continuous system, it can be a liquid, water, a gas, vapor, or a solid, ice. The first part of the water cycle is evaporation. I don't show you all the video. As you can see, we have all the video recording, all the parts and all the slides on our video. Okay, the last part I show you. That on the first part we call evaporation. In the second part we have the condensation. Then we have the precipitation, and the last part is collection. Well, I hope that you like it, and it's so easy to use this part of the explain everything.